Under the guise of COVID-19, Democrats' authoritarian policies weaponized the federal government, forced unconstitutional vaccine mandates, and cost hundreds of billions in waste and abuse of Americans' hard-earned taxpayer dollars. This week, House Republicans will pass a bill that will force the federal government to acknowledge what the American people already know: the pandemic is over. In addition, the Freedom for Healthcare Workers Act will end the unconstitutional COVID-19 vaccine mandates that cost our healthcare workers who bravely served on the front lines in the wake of the pandemic. It cost them their livelihoods and caused a crisis of staffing shortages nationwide. House Republicans will also pass the Show Up Act. Americans across the country show up to work every day. There is no reason why federal employees should not be held to the same standard. House Republicans will deliver on our promises to hold Democrats accountable for their failed COVID-19 policies. And as the conference chair, every week we are highlighting one of our newly elected freshman members. And I'm honored to introduce our next speaker, Laurel Lee, newly elected from Florida's 15th District. Laurel.
Thank you, Chairman Stefanik. Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here. I proudly represent Florida's 15th Congressional District, and I am proud today to support measures to end the public health emergency order and COVID-19 era mandates, requiring federal employees to show back up to work. Throughout the pandemic, Florida said no to unnecessary regulations. We kept our citizens safe and our businesses open. In Florida, we safely and effectively kept our children in school, protected small businesses, and protected families. We kept our state free. Emergency powers should be used only when necessary, only for as long as necessary, and in a manner that is consistent with the law. It is time for the rest of the country to join Florida and end unnecessary COVID-era regulations and restrictions and allow our businesses and our families to thrive. And with that, I will turn it over to Chairman Coleman.
Well, thank you and good morning. It's great to be here today with Chairwoman Stefanik and members of our Republican leadership team and conference. This week, the Oversight Committee will kick off a very busy oversight agenda with our first hearing investigating the massive waste of taxpayer dollars in pandemic spending. For the past 2 years, Democrats did not